Seat yourself in a comfortable position and breathe deeply. Lift the back of your head as you straighten your spine, taking on a calm and alert posture. Listen attentively to the sound of my voice as we begin our next meditation, the forest, your 7th destination in the journey of abundance. As you continue to walk on your path, feel how the air becomes cool and humid. Inhale deeply and smell the pleasant scent of nature. Look at the majestic trees around you, covered in intensely green moss and brightly colored plants. See how their branches twist and curl into fascinating patterns. And as you walk deeper into the forest, notice how the moisture of the forest floor evaporates, rising as a misty fog high up into the canopy. Feel the soothing sensation of fresh air on your skin, making you feel very calm and relaxed. Listen to the leaves rustling peacefully above your head as they wave gently with the calm breeze. As you hear the sounds of the forest, tune in to the fluctuating melodies of the birds. Notice how their twittering songs are carried by the wind, fading and intensifying with every gust of air. See the pointed ferns that grow next to the path. Observe their organic shapes and intensely green color. Look how the forest floor is covered with large boulders and jagged rocks, transforming the path into a narrow obstacle course. Continue your walk and feel the denseness of the leaves around you as you are now entering the deep forest. Observe how life is flourishing around you. See how enormously tall trees have grown around you. Notice how high they reach into the air. Look at the golden rays of sunlight that pierce through the foliage, touching the soft forest floor with their celestial warmth. See how the lush green bushes around you are covered in colorful flowers. Watch the mesmerizing movements of little hummingbirds that hover elegantly from calyx to calyx, sipping from their sweet nectar. Look how their pearly feathers shimmer with vibrant rainbow colors. Hear the buzzing sound of their tiny wings. Inhale the fresh air and feel a rush of oxygen flowing through your entire body. Smell the delightful fragrance of the flowers. Inhale the scent of orchids that twirl around the tree branches above you. Sense how you're tuning in to the tranquil energy of the trees. And then, in the corner of your eye, you notice a little elevated patch of grass. Touch it with your hand and feel the sensation of the soft, dry, and comfortable grass on your fingers. This looks like a great spot for meditation. Look around and absorb the magical energy of the wilderness that surrounds you. Seat yourself and take a moment to admire the exceptional beauty of this part of the forest. Observe the contours and shapes of the tall, healthy trees. See the vibrant colors and look at the beautiful composition of the rock formations. Watch how two frolicking squirrels leap playfully from tree to tree, and see the curious expression of a small fuzzy rabbit as it sticks its head out of its hole. And a little further in the distance, you can even see the contours of a deer jumping between the shrubs. Listen to a faint sound in the distance, a female voice singing an angelic song. Hear how the volume of this ethereal melody gradually intensifies as its origin moves closer towards you. See how a tall, beautiful woman emerges from behind a very big tree. Look at her robes and observe her long brown hair that waves in the breeze. Notice how her olive skin blends perfectly with the colors of the forest. She approaches you with an open, friendly posture as her song softly quiets to a whisper. Hello, traveler. My name is Lauma. I am the lady of the forest. I see that you have found my magical meditation spot. As I look at the serene view of the forest, I often sit here peacefully. Watch how Lauma sits herself right beside you, placing her legs in the lotus position. And as the two of you sit together in silence for a while, notice how she points her finger at a giant tree a short distance away. Observe this sequoia tree and its enormous dimensions. See how immensely large the circumference of its trunk seems to be. And as you look up, notice how its height appears almost infinite. Listen to Lauma as she continues to speak. Look how this single tree contains an entire forest within itself. A multitude of smaller tree species even grow on its giant branches. Such a complex ecosystem, a home to millions of life forms. An amazing living being, as old as civilization itself. See how Lauma opens her hand, revealing a tiny seed. Listen to the tone of her voice as she speaks. Now, look at this sequoia seed. and notice how very tiny and insignificant it appears. See how it's even smaller than my fingernail. Know that one day, sometime in the future, it might grow into a giant sequoia tree, like the one that stands before you. However, there are certain conditions that must be met if it is to flourish into its full potential. First of all, it needs to root itself in a proper place, a space with plenty of room to grow, where it can draw energy from the sun. And secondly, it must have access to nutrients like water and minerals that can be drawn from the soil. Thirdly, it will need protection, avoiding harm from animals, humans, and the destructive elements of nature. And most importantly, it will need time, because once a seed has entered the soil, it can take quite a while before you see anything happen, as its roots are growing underneath the ground surface, laying the foundation for its future growth. If you wait patiently, it will surely sprout and grow, and it will become stronger and more self-sustaining over time. Most of these seeds will never reach their full potential because they lack the right conditions for growth. Many will end up in the wrong spot, running out of space, sunlight, or nutrients, and many will be eaten or trampled before they have even started life as a tree shoot. Realize that if you take a single seed and provide it with all the necessary resources, it will undeniably keep on growing until its size is almost infinite, because its DNA contains all the right instructions to grow into something truly magnificent. And that's a powerful insight, a lesson that will aid you in your journey of abundance. Because your inner visions are precisely like this tiny sequoia seed, a small piece of DNA, a set of instructions that provides a blueprint for a future reality to grow into existence. Right now, in the physical world, your visions of abundance are just a collection of ideas, a seed within your mind and in your heart. And like the seed of a sequoia tree, your visions are still invisible, even though they have the potential to grow into something real, something tangible, something truly extraordinary. By envisioning your visions of abundance in perfect detail, as you've done during your visits to previous destinations, you have designed their potential to manifest a future reality. However, if you want your visions to flourish and to grow into something extraordinary, you must nurture them as if they were sequoia seeds. You must give them your continued attention and provide them with all the space, nutrients, and protection they need to flourish. And most importantly, you must give them time, because visions tend to manifest similarly to a living tree, starting off small and fragile for a long time, and only after a lengthy period of careful nurturing will they be strong enough to survive by themselves. Neglect them, and your dreams will simply wither away and die, just like millions of other seeds that lacked the right conditions for growth. But if you truly want your visions to become real, you must remain mindful of the sacred growth conditions. You must dedicate yourself, believe in your visions, and take care of them so that they may grow stronger and stronger until they manifest a reality that feels more prosperous than you could even have imagined. Here is how the sacred growth conditions apply to the realm of inner visions. Let's start with the idea of giving space to your visions. As adults, we tend to fill our minds with an inner voice. This inner voice is sending us continuous and repetitive instructions on how we should maintain our present reality, shaping our emotions, our behaviors, and even our sense of identity. Giving space to your inner visions means that you need to silence some aspects of your inner voice as you let go of some of the patterns that make up your present reality. You must be willing to discard existing ideas and concepts that might seem important, but are actually taking up the mental space that is needed for your inner visions to grow into existence. And be aware that big visions need more space than smaller visions. So the more ambition you have, the more space you have to clear within yourself to make a vision grow and flourish. Just tune into your subconscious mind and know intuitively how much space is needed and which attachments to your present reality must be severed. Be willing to experience the anxiety of having to let go. Be willing to feel the pain of severance, for it will be easier than you expect, and it will open up a new space within you, a space for playful experimentation and creative exploration, a space of uncertainty and limitless possibilities, a space for your visions to take root so they may grow into your future reality. Now, let's take a look at how to nourish your visions. Imagine a small seedling. Notice how it grows into opposing, diverging structures. The structure below, its root system, grows downwards into the soil to draw water and nutrients from the earth. And its opposite structure, the branches and leaves, diverge upwards into the air as it draws energy from the sun. Notice how, like the seedlings, your vision will also grow in two opposite divergent structures. Its foundation, like the root system, is the conceptual structure, a growing and expanding web of plans, blueprints, habits, associations, procedures, problems, and solutions. And for it to grow, it needs a very specific resource called focused attention. And as long as you provide this attention, your visions will grow roots, finding new opportunities for growth and enhancement. And on the other hand, there is the visible structure of your vision, its manifested form. This is the part of your vision that can be experienced by your physical senses, and it needs material resources to grow into existence. Just like the seedling needs energy from the sun, so does your vision need resources, such as money, materials, and human effort, to become real and tangible. Then there is the third condition for growth, the protection of your vision. Realize how, like the seeds of a sequoia tree, so many great ideas have died invisible deaths simply because they weren't protected. In its early stages of its development, both a seedling and a new idea can very easily be killed off by a minor event, such as bad weather, a misplaced footstep, or a sarcastic remark by a close friend. So when a vision is forming, you must protect it. Remain silent and allow it to unfold into its early fragile state. Resist the temptation of sharing your ideas with the people who are close to you, because your visions won't be strong enough yet to withstand criticism. Just hold your silence and allow your idea to grow roots within the open space inside your mind. There, it can grow safely into something more mature. Then, you must commit to your vision, cutting off alternative ways to spend your time, energy, and resources. Dedicate yourself completely to the development of your vision. And only after you have committed yourself should you share your vision with the people around you. And then, finally, there is the growth condition of time. Realize how a giant sequoia tree does not grow overnight. It can take up to 750 years before a sequoia tree grows into its final magnificent form. During the first few years, however, the tree will be very small, having little mass and strength. Know that, as time goes by, its height will surely increase, and its mass will grow exponentially. And that same principle also applies to your visions. Because in the early stages of manifestation, progress will often feel small and insignificant compared to the time, energy, and resources that you've already spent. Remember that this is the time to grow its foundations, its roots. During its early phase, many elements have to be placed in their proper order to ensure its future growth. Realize that its growth cannot be rushed. Like you can't rush the growth of a seedling by pulling on its branches. Just remain committed to your vision and maintain its growth conditions as you allow its development to unfold in a natural way, taking every step in the right sequence. And realize how there will always be more steps involved than you imagined at the start. Remember that patience is a virtue, so have faith in the fact that growth will happen faster and easier as time passes. Listen to the pleasant sound of Lauma's voice as she continues to speak. And here we are within this magical part of the forest. Feel the force of life flowing around you. Now, focus on the sound of my voice as I will guide you through a sacred ritual called the Ritual of the Seeds. See how she pauses for a moment, staring at the trees with a serene look on her face. She inhales the forest air and looks at you, saying, "Let us begin." Breathe deeply and hold your hands in front of you physically. Feel the sensation of the air on the skin of your hands. Feel the temperature of your fingertips. Visualize a warm energy flowing through your arms into your hands. Focus your awareness on the space between your hands as you conjure the vision of your dream home before you. Feel your inner vision float between your hands, right before your chest. Observe its contours and see its shapes and dimensions. Look at its colors, the areas of light and dark. See the saturated color tones, the tones of pastel. Enhance the level of depth, the sharpness and clarity of its patterns and textures. Increase the details on its surface. And as you look at your dream home, ask your subconscious about the mental space that this vision needs. Use your intuition to sense which ideas in your mind are currently taking up the space that is required to manifest your dream home. Now, ask your subconscious to open up this space. Then decide how much you will invest in your dream home. Determine how much focused attention you will allocate to its creation. Decide how much money and resources you will spend. And know that all the required resources will flow towards your decision as you make it right now. Concentrate deeply on your vision as you say the following words to yourself. Dream home, I hereby commit myself fully to your creation. I will protect my vision of you. and refuse to explore alternative realities. As I remain on the path of your manifestation. Now, remember the position of your dream home on your timeline as you tune in to a feeling of inner certainty, a calm trust that the manifestation of your home will unfold in a perfect sequence of events, and everything will happen as it should, because you are patient and committed. Zoom in on the vision of your dream home as it floats between your two hands. Move the palms of your hands towards each other slowly as you watch your vision become smaller. Move them closer and closer until you hold the vision of your dream home inside the cup of your hands. Feel the warm energy flow towards your vision. Sense how its manifested existence is conceived. Feel it coming to life. Now, open your hands again and observe how the vision of your house of wealth has transformed into a tiny seed. Place it gently on the soft grass on the left side of your body. Inhale deeply for a moment and physically hold both your hands in front of you again. Conjure the vision of your fortune before you. Observe your financial statement and touch it with your fingertips. See the exact number, the figure that represents the wealth you have acquired. Observe it in vivid detail. Now, ask your subconscious to define the inner space that is needed to acquire your fortune. Use your intuition to identify which thoughts are taking up the mental space that is needed to attract your new fortune. Feel a sense of comfort as you let some parts of you go. Ask your subconscious to open up this space. Determine how much you will invest in accumulating your fortune. Decide how much focused attention you will allocate to its creation. Make a decision on how many hours you will spend, and know that all the required resources will flow towards your decision as you make it right now. Focus intensely on the vision of your fortune as you say the following words. Dear Fortune, I hereby commit myself fully to your creation. I will protect my vision of you and refuse to explore alternative realities. As I remain on the path of your manifestation, Now, remember the position of your fortune on your inner timeline and feel an inner certainty, a calm trust that the manifestation of your wealth will unfold in a perfect sequence of events. And everything will happen precisely as it should, because you are truly patient and committed. Zoom in on your vision of fortune and see how it hovers within the space between your hands. Move your palms closer toward each other and watch how your vision becomes smaller and smaller until you can hold it inside the cup of your hands. Feel a warm, vibrant energy flow towards your vision and sense how its manifested existence is coming to life. Open up your hands again and see how your vision of fortune has transformed into a second seed. Look at it as you hold it in your hand and place it safely to your right side. Inhale deeply and hold both your hands physically in front of you again. Draw the visions of your career before you. Observe your activities, the spaces in which they happen. See the people that are supporting your career and your achievement of wealth and prosperity. Witness the shapes, the sounds, the feelings on your skin. Look at all the vivid details, so crisp, so sharp and lively. And while you look at the vision of your career, ask your subconscious to define how much mental space is needed for your career to manifest. Use your intuition to sense which ideas in your mind are currently taking up the space that is required to manifest your wonderful career. Ask your subconscious to open up this space. Determine how much you will invest in your career and determine the amount of focused attention you will allocate to its creation. Decide how much money and manpower you will spend, and know that all the required resources will flow towards your decision as you make it right now. Focus intensely on the visions of your career as you say the following words to yourself. Dear career, I hereby commit myself fully to your creation. I will protect my vision of you and refuse to explore alternative realities. as I remain on the path of your manifestation. Now, remember the position of your dream career on your timeline as you tune in to a feeling of inner certainty, a calm trust that the manifestation of your career will unfold in a perfect sequence of events, and everything will happen in the best way possible because you are patient and committed. Zoom in on the visions of your career and see them hover in the space between your hands. Move your palms closer toward each other and watch how your vision becomes smaller and smaller until you can hold it inside the cup of your hands. Feel a warm, vibrant energy flow towards your vision and sense how its manifested existence is coming to life. Open your hands again and see how the visions of your career have transformed into a third seed. Pick up the seed and lay it down on a small stone before you. Inhale deeply and hold both your hands physically in front of you again. Conjure the vision of a treasured possession before you. Look at this possession in vivid detail as you touch it with your fingertips. See how real this possession looks to you. Notice how you can touch it, hear it, taste it, smell it. And as you observe your treasured possession, ask your subconscious to define how much mental space is needed to manifest this treasured possession. Use your intuition to sense which ideas in your mind are currently taking up the space that is required to manifest your wonderful career. Ask your subconscious to open this space up. Decide how much you will invest in acquiring this possession. Determine how much focused attention you will allocate to its creation. Decide how much money and manpower you will spend. And know that all the required resources will flow towards your decision as you make it right now. Concentrate deeply on the vision of your treasured possession as you say the following words to yourself. Dear possession, I hereby commit myself fully to your creation. I will protect my vision of you and refuse to explore alternative realities. As I remain on the path of your manifestation, now, remember the position of your treasured possession on your timeline as you tune in to a feeling of inner certainty will unfold in a perfect sequence of events, and everything will happen as it should because you are patient and committed. Zoom in on the vision of your treasured possession and see how it hovers within the space between your hands. Move your palms closer toward each other and watch how your vision becomes smaller and smaller until you can hold it inside the cup of your hands. Feel a warm, vibrant energy flow towards your vision and sense how its manifested existence is coming to life. Open your hands again and see how your vision of a treasured possession has transformed into a fourth seed. Lift it with your fingers, inspect it, and then place it in a safe position right behind your back. Now, once again, focus your awareness on the space between your hands as you conjure the visions of your daily rituals in front of you. Feel these inner visions floating between your hands. Observe their contours and lines. See its shapes and dimensions. Look at its colors, the areas of light and dark. See the saturated color tones, the tones of pastel. Enhance the level of depth. Enhance the sharpness and clarity of its patterns and textures. Increase the details on its surface. And as you look at your daily rituals, ask your subconscious about the mental space that this vision needs. Use your intuition to sense which ideas in your mind are currently taking up the space that is required to manifest your new rituals. Ask your subconscious to open this space up. Then decide how much you will invest in establishing your daily rituals. Determine how much focused attention you will give to creating these special moments. Make a decision on the amount of money and hours you will spend making them happen. And know that all the required resources will flow towards your decision as you make it right now. Concentrate deeply on your vision as you say the following words to yourself. Daily rituals. I hereby commit myself fully to your creation. I will protect my vision of you and refuse to explore alternative realities. As I remain on the path of your manifestation, remember how these daily rituals repeated themselves on your timeline. Now, tune in to your feeling of certainty, an inner knowing that establishing your new daily habits will happen in a perfect way because you are patient and committed. Zoom in on the visions of your daily rituals as they float between your two hands. Move your palms closer toward each other and watch how your vision becomes smaller and smaller until you can hold it inside the cup of your hands. Feel a warm, vibrant energy flow towards your vision and sense how its manifested existence is coming to life. Now, open up your hands again and observe how the visions of your daily rituals have transformed into a fifth seed. Lift it up with your right hand. Now, press your index finger against your thumb on your left hand as you activate the touch of gratitude. Feel an intense emotion of thankfulness rush through your body immediately. Sense a feeling of deep gratitude as you lay your right hand on your heart, placing the fifth seed. And suddenly, a beautiful ray of celestial sunlight illuminates your meditation spot. Watch how a magical force lifts the other 4 seeds into the air. Look how they swirl towards your heart. Notice how they magically attach themselves to your skin, forming a small circle on your chest. Feel how the sensation of immense thankfulness now radiates through your veins, your nerves, and your muscles. Experience this wonderful feeling. Listen to the friendly voice of Lauma, the lady of the forest, as she speaks to you. The ritual of the seeds is almost at an end. Feel the circle of seeds resting against your heart. A single seed for each of your inner visions. And through your commitment of providing them with the space, the nourishment, protection, and time they require, your visions are now ready to grow into existence. The start of a beautiful process that will lead you to a new reality of great wealth, prosperity, and abundance. Allow your mind to become clear, transparent, and tranquil as you inhale deeply one last time and let go again. Then you both stand up. Feel how the energy of the forest feels even happier than before. Look how Lauma smiles at you and says, "Until we meet again, my friend. You have given the sacred growth conditions to your inner visions, and soon they will spring to life." You embrace her warmly, and then wander back towards the path that leads you through the forest as you continue your journey of abundance.